What up though, it's your girl P. Shaggy, you gonna get kicked out all that heavy breathing, boy. Anyways, what up though, it's your girl P. Liddy, back at you. Welcome back to me with the video. I've been MIA, y'all. Excuse Shaggy. I tried to introduce him to y'all, but he's not having it. Come here. Say hi to Shaggy, y'all. If y'all hear any heavy breathing or footsteps or anything crazy, it's because of him. It's because of this boy. All right. I've been gone. I've been, doing a whole lot of nothing. I can't even say that I've been traveling that much. I did go on a cruise with my friends. I'll flash some pictures here. And I had a good time. I was gonna vlog it. I did think about it. I did bring my camera and I didn't vlog it. I'm not sure really why. Well, I do know why. I just wanted to be in the moment. I hadn't seen my friends in almost like 2 years. Some of them 2 years, some of them like basically a year. So I just really happy just to be around them, and like just live in the moment, so I didn't record it, but I had a good time. It was really fun. Other than that, I didn't do much traveling or anything crazy. Yeah, I haven't really been doing too much off base, just because I've been doing a whole lot of just getting accustomed with my like house living. I got a puppy. I'll introduce him in another video, like a full-on story of how I got him. I will be editing like super old videos and stuff of me. So with that being said, when y'all see these videos and y'all like, man, did she cut her hair? I didn't cut my hair. It's just an old video from way back when I was living in Korea, way back when I was visiting home or anything. Like, them videos are so old. So from last year. So if I look different, because I was different. I had shorter hair, I probably was skinnier, who knows. Let's get into the video, y'all. So today's video, I'm going to be telling y'all about my surgery, and the surgery that I had was a breast reduction. Yeah, so I'm gonna possibly just make this into like maybe a 2 or 3 part type of video, explaining to y'all the beginning, kind of the day of surgery and the couple days after, and then kind of where I'm at now, which is super like post-op, because I'm about 4 weeks post-op and feeling pretty good. So yeah, let's get into the pre stuff, and just like give like kind of advice on if you're in the military and you want to get a breast reduction, and how you can kind of go about that in regards to the Air Force. And I kind of know about the Army, because the Army is, I went to Army hospital to get the procedure done, so I'll kind of, I guess, give the explanation based on just what they told me at that Army hospital. Anyways, so let's get into it. So first things first that you have to do if you want to get the surgery done is go to your primary doctor and tell them, just depending on what's going on. Most of the time, it's, if you're like me and like most people, if you are a person who has a smaller frame, like a smaller waist, and you have big breasts, then you're kind of automatically a candidate. But most of the problems that you get is like back pain, maybe shoulder pain, because of like the fact that you're trying to, with the bra straps and stuff. So I went in and I told my doctor that I was getting, back pain, and it was bugging me. So I told him that, and what he had told me, my Air Force doctor had told me, was that I would have to document my back pain and go to physical therapy for a year, and then then apply like to get the referral for surgery. Like that's how it usually goes. Like you have to get it documented for a year and then you can get the referral. But since my doctor was pretty cool, he was like, I don't know, after the exam he saw that maybe my posture was bad. I'm not sure what he saw, but he said that he was gonna still try to refer me, even though I didn't have a record of back pain, even though I told him that I was experiencing more severe back pain lately in the past like 6 to 8 months is when I was having back pain. They put a referral in. I had to go to the Army clinic because here, I know I haven't told y'all where I'm staying at, but I'm stationed at Hickam. Here in Hawaii, you have to get certain things on the Air Force base. They don't have like on the Joint base, so you have to go to the Army clinic to get like more serious stuff done. So I went to the Army doctor and I got a consultation. They scheduled it for me and all that stuff, right? So they scheduled it for me, and then by the end of her like checking everything out, well, I'll give y'all the whole story pertaining to me. But basically I went in and I got my everything checked out. They asked me what my pain level was. I told them it was like a 6. I don't know, I usually say around 6 or 7, because whenever you say like 10 or something like that, or if you go higher than, if you go 7 or higher, it's basically like you can barely like move without the pain, you know, bugging you kind of thing. That's the way I view the pain scale. But maybe people are different, but me, I'm just like, if it's just irritating, I'm just gonna say like 4 to 6. So they asked me a whole bunch of questions on my pain and stuff, and then afterwards, like, doctor came in and he checked out my chest and said, okay, yeah, you're approved. And I was like, whoa, really?
Hell yeah.
So I went in there thinking that they were gonna be like, no, because you don't have a record, we're not gonna take you. But I think the reason why they took me is because it was the Army, and through the process of like all the other paperwork I had to do, the Army and the Air Force obviously don't have the same records. I thought everything was linked through like your social, but it's really not as much as I thought it was. So I think that's why they approved me, because I went to an Army facility and they just probably assumed like, since I'm getting the referral, then that means that everything is all good. So I don't want y'all to think that just because I got mine done within the first consultation or first time going to the doctor, I don't want y'all thinking that it's gonna be like that for y'all, because if you're going within the Air Force, it might not be like that. So it depends on really your location. A lot of stuff depends on your location, but this kind of procedure, it does depend on your location. So I had my date, right? Had my date, and then the only problem with the day was the doctor that I have first originally had, who was going to do the surgery, he was kind of trying to rush the surgery. Excuse me. He was trying to rush the surgery because he was about to either deploy or like PCS, so he wanted to get me done as soon as possible, which I understand, but it was kind of like crazy. It was like beginning of March and he wanted to schedule me like at the end of March, and I kind of like took a step back like, whoa dude, like
Whoa.
no, I can't, that's real soon. Like I gotta get my stuff set up, I gotta get people, you know, to come out and help me with the recovery process. Like, you know, like I could have depended on people I work with, but I kind of wanted, you know, family to come out and take care of me, because some stuff I don't want them, you know, seeing me, you know. So it's like that was way too soon. I didn't know they were gonna have that many openings. I thought I was still gonna have to, even if I got approved, I thought there was gonna be a long waiting list for a surgery like this. But they be pushing them surgeries out, boy, catching boobs left and right, you know what I'm saying? So I had told him like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that surgery, or I can't do that date. I can do it afterwards. And that's nothing too, like his assistant or the RN or whatever, he was like, you can't leave the island within 30 days. In your 30 days of like after the surgery, you can't leave the island, right? So I was like, okay, because I had the cruise, I had my cruise coming up, right? So I was like, okay, no, I can't do that, because if that's the case, then I'm not, you know, then I'm gonna be gone. Like I'm already about to put this leave in, I'm about to leave. So they had pushed it back to like a couple days after I got back from the cruise, which I wasn't tripping about. But the only thing was, and I was talking to my mom about it, I would have been coming off from the cruise, and then the day after I come back from the cruise, I would have had this test for staff sergeant and then start the surgery. So it was just a lot going on within that week of me coming back. So then I called them and told them I had to reschedule again. And then they had told me that that meant that I couldn't have that doctor anymore, because he would have been gone by then. So I was like, okay, cool. Honestly, to be honest with y'all, I did not like that dude's vibe at all. If anybody knows me personally, they know I go off of vibes. Since I had to change my date, I had to get another consultation with this other doctor, right? So I'm like, why don't you just take the information from the other doctor? But whatever, just I'll go. So I go and get the new consultation, and then that's when I meet, I don't know if I should say her name, but that's when I meet my new doctor, and she was great. Man, I love her. She's great. She got good energy. It was just a good vibe. Like, she was much more thorough than the other guy. Like, she asked a lot more questions. She did a lot more exams. Like, the other guy just kind of looked and kind of just showed me on a diagram, or he drew out what he was gonna do, which I thought was helpful for me. But because at this point I hadn't went down my little YouTube rabbit hole yet, she had took pictures of my chest and everything just for their own records, which I didn't have a problem with. I mean, it's a surgery, so it'd be the same if they was taking a picture of my nose and I had gotten a nose job. So anyways, I just liked her vibe way better than the other guy. July 9th was the day of my surgery, right? So I got that scheduled, right? So at this point, they scheduled me the appointment and all that, right? So I went and got some blood work done. You gotta have a lot of blood work done before you take the surgery. And the whole reason why they do the blood work is to make sure there's no tobacco in your system. Make sure, if you are a smoker, if you vape, if you juul, if you smoke hookah, anything, make sure you stop doing it. I want to say, I guess, a month to 2 months, don't quote me on that, before you start, you know, doing this whole process of you know, getting the surgery done, just so you can have it all the way out your system. Because if you smoke, it messes up with the healing process. So I already didn't smoke cigarettes or anything like that. I mean, I do smoke hookah occasionally, but I hadn't been going out like that, so I had no tobacco in my system. That's pretty much the whole like prep part of like the consultations and the couple appointments that you have before the surgery, just to make sure that you're on track and everything's good. You're not smoking tobacco or anything like that, or chewing tobacco, anything like that. Like anything that has like nicotine in it, don't do it. Because like my doctor had told me this one story of one person who was about to get a surgery done, and they freaking was chewing the gum, and they couldn't do that either. So they popped for tobacco, nicotine, whatever, and they got their surgery moved back. So just make sure y'all are, you know, clean. Like, don't have any in your system, because that really messes up the healing process. So yeah, so I guess I'll give y'all a little bit of advice for just the beginning part of the of the process, like the consultations and stuff. Number one thing is make sure y'all ask a lot of questions. Even if you think it's a crazy question, still ask it, because like you don't know what, you know, what's going on. And like for me, this is my first major surgery. Like I had my wisdom teeth pulled like, I don't know, like almost freaking 10 years ago, and this is nothing like that. Like, so I've never gotten cut open or nothing like that. Like I never really stayed in hospitals like that. So for me, this is wholly brand new. So ask any questions that you want about the healing process, about before, about anything, you know, like anything under the sun that has to do with your breast reduction. Ask it. Even on the days that I didn't have any questions, if something pops up in my head, write it down in your phone, and then once you come back to the appointment, you can either ask questions. But if it's like a real hard-hitting question that you need to know right now, right then and there, call the RN up and ask them questions. My RN was mad chill. I hope I'm saying her job title right. I think she's an RN. But anyways, just make sure you call them up and let them know like, hey, I got a question on this. Yeah, I just want to know what's up with that. And they'll be like blah 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 blah, and they'll be like, thank you, click, and then you got your question answered, instead of just sitting here wondering what the answer is. And then be like me and be like, you too, because you watching this too. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole, and that's the next thing that I wanted to bring up too. So the thing is, there's not a lot, but there's a good amount of like videos about breast reductions and people who had breast reductions, right? So most of the people were, you know, civilians, and they got it done. Or one person, I did see their video, and they were military affiliated, but they were dependent. Like I haven't seen anybody that was you know, military getting the breast reduction. So I was kind of nervous, because, you know, if y'all in the military, then y'all know that the, you know, medical, you know, side of the military, it's okay, you know. So I was very nervous about getting an operation like this, or my first type of surgery. I went down the YouTube rabbit hole. It was helpful just knowing about like the recovery process and stuff, and trying to, you know, just figure out if I need to buy stuff before or after. I do not recommend. Okay, listen, there's this video. There's this video of this doctor, surgeon, whatever, the surgeon doing the breast reduction operation on this lady on the table, and I think her face is covered, or there's like a thing up, I don't know, but it's like an educational video of them doing the operation and stuff. And at first it was the dude, and he was just talking. So then I was like, okay, this is boring. So then I like clicked and skipped up for like a, you know, like maybe like 5 minutes, and then he's showing that stopped recording. Okay, so anyways, there's the dude, like the girl is just out there, like he cut her open, and then he's like poking and prodding and like trying to be like all like helpful and stuff. But like it took me all of 5 seconds to see what I need to see, and I exited out. So with that being said, my advice is, if you go down the YouTube rabbit hole, just don't click on that video unless you like gory stuff like that, and you're like my sister and you like gory stuff like that. But I do not recommend watching that video, because screw all that. So I'm gonna stop the whole process right here of the whole consultation, taking the test, and asking questions and doing research on it. I'm a big research person. I love doing research on stuff and just trying to figure stuff out. Like Google is my best friend. If you are in the military and the Air Force, and you have questions, you can comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. But that question might get answered in my next video, about the whole process, because the next video I'm going to talk about the paperwork process and applying for convalescent leave, how many days of convalescent leave that you get, the day before the surgery, and then probably the day of the surgery. And I'll talk about that, and then I'll talk about the whole recovery process, because I don't want these videos to be too long, but if they are, they are, whatever. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all like this video, because we back. We got a nice little backdrop for you, you know what I'm saying? It's a sheet. It's a sheet. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a sheet. I didn't want to pay no extra money for like some fancy backdrop. It's a sheet that I ironed and nailed to the wall. Shout out to me, basically, because I made that little thing, you know what I'm saying? The intro little video thing. Hope y'all enjoy that. I'm back and better than ever, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, some videos gonna be getting posted that kind of will be in the past, but I want to get them out to y'all because I had really had fun, and like I said, this channel is basically for me to reflect on times in my life, kind of thing. And then it'd be great if y'all just come along if y'all come along the ride with me. So with that being said, yeah, just enjoy the extra videos that's gonna be coming out. Comment, like, and subscribe, y'all, wherever it is, down here or up here or whatever. Subscribe to my channel. Yeah,